and welcome to the first part of my European road trip. We are in Dunkirk. As you can see, I am here on Dunkirk Beach. I've actually been here before, and the last time I came, it's crazy how big this beach actually is. Not only in depth, but also just how far it goes. This has to be a few miles long. I'm sure if I googled it I'd get facts, but I've just pulled over just to get out, really stretch my legs. The drive down to Folkestone took around 2 hours, and then obviously you have the half an hour on the Eurotunnel, and then to Dunkirk from Calais is another half an hour. So I've been in the car for just over 3 hours, needed to stretch my legs. And this is just a really cool place to come to for many different reasons. Not only is it beautiful, but there's obviously a lot of history here as well. So it's always very interesting to come here and see all of the architecture and stuff. But you will have to ignore the hair. I've got crazy hat hair. And for some reason I left my hat in my car. So there you go. But this is going to be a kind of chopped up video. Some parts will be me talking like this in various locations, other parts are going to be in my car. It's going to be a real mixture. Of course, you know, the main purpose of this video is the driving aspect, so I will be recording myself driving a lot. But I'm going to either break it down into multiple parts in a single video, or I'm going to just have one kind of series of videos, so a few different videos. But we'll see how we get on, we'll see how the footage comes out, and we'll just go from there. But I think what I'm going to do now is take a wander up into some of the back streets, which are just behind these buildings, and get some photos, and then get back on the road. As you can see, I'm in the car just leaving the services. Now, one thing you'll notice about European services is they really do put our services to shame. Yeah, like just even just the design of the garages themselves, like the buildings, are just far superior than what we have in the UK. I know it's not that big of a deal, but they're still cool to look at when you're exploring and in a new country. But anyway, we are currently on a road called E17. This is taking us to Antwerp. I've decided I'm going to stop in Antwerp to get some lunch. Again, I have been there before, very briefly, so I didn't explore much. This time I think I might go for a little bit of a wander around just to check out the city and see what it's about. There is a Rover 200 in front of me. I haven't seen one of those for ages, and I never expected to see one on this road. We also have a Seat Ibiza, I think it is, driving so far up the back of us, they're almost in the car. But anywho, Antwerp, going to check it out, see what it's about, maybe see if there's any shopping centres there, just to go and have a wander around, maybe get some essentials, and then hit the road to Amsterdam. From Amsterdam, I believe the journey is just under 2 hours. Sorry, from Antwerp to Amsterdam, I believe the journey is just under 2 hours, from memory. So we'll see. I'm making pretty good progress. And like I said in the video I posted yesterday, the roads here are so easy to drive on, and I don't want to jinx myself, so touch wood, but I always enjoy driving here. It's just nice, you know, there's not that many potholes. You know, we are on the motorway, but I have taken some back streets, etc., pulling over in places, and even those roads are always really smooth. But one thing I enjoy the most about driving in other countries is being able to just kind of just have the freedom to explore places that you wouldn't necessarily be able to go to if you were going on a holiday to a certain place, for example. You know, I've driven around Amsterdam many times, and I've seen areas of Amsterdam that I don't think I would have seen if I had gone there on the train and would have been confined to public transport. So if you haven't done it and you're thinking about doing it, I would heavily recommend jumping in your car and driving through some countries in Europe. Is really cool. But I think in hindsight what I should have done is I should have posted yesterday's video a few days before, because then I could have answered your questions whilst I was driving, but alas, we'll make that a separate video. So I'm going to stop waffling on and I will update you once we are at Antwerp. Yeah, so this is in Amsterdam. It's been over a week now since I drove to Amsterdam, and where a majority of that footage is from that you've just watched. And you might be wondering what happened. So, no big deal. My battery ran out on my camera. I know, amateur mistake. Battery ran out, and by the time I'd realised that I was really low on batteries, I hadn't quite made it to Amsterdam. So when I made it to Amsterdam, I didn't have anything to film with. So I just decided to skip the Amsterdam part. Now, I'll be honest with you, you weren't missing much, because I was never going to be walking around Amsterdam doing some sort of touristy type vlog. And also, to be honest, some of the roads there are very clinical. It's just motorway footage. You've seen enough of that in this video already, so I don't want to bombard you with even more of that. But coming back from Amsterdam, I did record some footage of me leaving, so I'll include that. The drive back was very straightforward, but it was raining heavily the whole time. And when I say heavily, I mean I couldn't see the car in front of me heavy. So for that reason, I didn't film too much, because I was tired and I just wanted to concentrate on getting home as quickly as possible without crashing my car. But it's another successful journey, and yeah, I can only praise the car. I have nothing to complain about, which again is going to surprise some of you, but when I do these long distance trips, I realise just how versatile this car is. There's two cars coming at the same time. I'm recording the most critical part. We do have a Jag coming there. Fair enough. I do realise when I do these long distance trips just how versatile this car is. I managed to make it to Amsterdam on a full tank of fuel. I didn't fill up once on the way. So interestingly, on Google Maps, the journey is 400 miles. I think it's 402 miles in total. The car with a full tank of fuel only has 335 miles. So I don't know how I managed it, but I did it. And as soon as I arrived in Amsterdam, the light came on, so I was definitely cutting it fine. But I took it easy all the way there. Didn't really want to push it, you know, being in a foreign country, you don't want to get fined, you know, they usually make an example out of you, and just didn't want to risk it. So I took it easy the whole way there. Coming back, didn't take it as easy. I was trying to get home, so didn't manage to make it on a full tank. I got to the UK, left the Eurotunnel, and I needed to fill up. So I'm not incriminating myself, but the car wasn't as economical. I'm putting it down to the weather conditions. Really good trip. Definitely want to do more of them. That's what this has given me the bug for. I definitely want to do more of them. I don't know if I'm going to do many European trips, but I am 100% going to head over to Wales, and and possibly up to Scotland as well, just to drive some of their B roads. Very much looking forward to that. I have, of course, will be making videos about both of those trips as well, so watch this space. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should report on. I have seen many of you commenting on my previous video with questions. I have not forgotten about that video or your questions. I'm going to be answering those in my next video. I've seen some of them popping up in the YouTube app, but I haven't read all of them. And my plan is to just literally turn my camera on, get my phone out and read them for the first time properly with you, so you get my raw reaction, the real answers. Yeah, successful road trip. Don't really know what else to say. So with that, before I start waffling on any more and move the camera around even more, I'm going to wrap this video up. So thank you very much for watching, and if there is anything you'd like to know specifically about the road trip, just let me know. Peace.